Right now at noon, a major upgrade is coming to Nevada, Missouri's storm warning capabilities.
And scattered showers, thunderstorms still out there. More on the way. Look at your forecast coming up.
Plus, Jimmy Kimmel Live on pause indefinitely. Details on ABC's decision after White House criticism of Kimmel's comments about the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. A Southwest Missouri community invests in new technology to keep its residents safe. After more than 40 years, Nevada, Missouri is replacing its aging storm sirens. 7 new sirens are set to be installed by mid-October. The upgraded system can be accessed through an app and will allow the National Weather Service to issue warnings directly for the city. The fire chief says daily testing will be done silently, and the new sirens will cover a larger area, reaching into parts of the county.
Sirens a lot of them are really old, so 60s, 70s, 80s. They're pretty antiquated. So after that tornado, it was my biggest life safety issue when I came aboard in this position, was to get those replaced, just because they don't go out that far as the sound. So after the tornado, it kind of helped push things along, and we're able to get approved to get 7 new sirens strategically placed throughout the city of Nevada.
The new sirens are expected to be in place by mid-October. Let's take it over now to Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, some of us, in fact, a number of us have been dry across the area, but we still have some isolated showers, thunderstorms, and more are still expected as we head through the afternoon. It's a live look downtown Pittsburgh. So what we had ahead of all of this has fizzled out. We have this new batch of showers, thunderstorms developing through Greenwood, Elk, Chautauqua County, stretching all the way down to Oklahoma City, and even some showers on the backside of that. All of this activity is continuing to lift northeast, which means all of us will eventually get in on it. You see these gravity waves coming out from southeast of Tulsa. That is helping set the stage for new development across northeastern Oklahoma. So these storms are going to have a much better environment to be able to intensify a bit as they get closer to us over the next few hours. And we started yesterday at 64, made it up to 93. 2 degrees shy of a record high set back in 1953, so it has certainly been hot. Out to our west, it's been a little cloudier, a little cooler. So Iola, Yates Center, Neodesha, you guys are into the 70s, upper 70s. You're below normal. Yates Center is 74, Iola is 73. But then you get ahead of that cloud cover. This is what's setting the stage for the additional development later. We're already into the mid 80s out there across most of the area, ahead of the clouds, ahead of those storms from this morning. Mid 70s by 7. Eventually to the upper 60s by 11. We'll have these scattered storms. Some of them could still be strong to severe across the area, with hail and wind as the primary concern. We will have a full breakdown of the threats and storm chances and how the weekend's shaping up here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, Chris, thanks. Well, a Missouri organization says the people, not politicians, should decide to accept or reject new congressional maps. The group People, Not Politicians held a call Monday to discuss how to put a redistricting plan approved by Missouri lawmakers to a vote. The voter referendum isn't used frequently, but the group says it's gathering more than 107,000 signatures across Missouri to make the vote happen. Group leaders say it will easily get those numbers. Well, ABC has hit pause on Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. The late night show was suspended after Kimmel made comments during his Monday night monologue. CBS's Jared Hill has the details.
Jimmy Kimmel seen leaving his studio Wednesday after ABC put Jimmy Kimmel Live on hold indefinitely. Monday, the late-night host made this comment about the man accused of killing conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it.
In response, Chairman of the Federal Communications Commission, Brendan Carr, a Trump appointee, said this about broadcast networks while on a conservative podcast.
And they have a license granted by us at the FCC, and that comes with it an obligation to operate in the public interest. These companies can find ways to change conduct, to take action, frankly, on Kimmel, or there's going to be additional work for the FCC ahead.
Soon after, local broadcast groups Sinclair and Nexstar announced they'd preempt Kimmel. Then ABC announced it would pull the host indefinitely. On social media, President Trump called the move great news for America. The White House has doubled down on the condemnation of certain commentary on Charlie Kirk.
When you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer.
Nico Perino is with FIRE, the Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression.
When you have a government official coming in and saying that there are certain ideas that cannot be expressed, you start undermining the legal, not to mention the cultural values that undergird this country.
ABC has not explained its decision. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Well, coming up, the city of Fort Scott continues its revitalization efforts, and later we're making a Greg Isles roasted chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Well, one of the newest deputies at the Crawford County Sheriff's Office is already making an impact 1 month into the job. KOAM's Samantha Walker introduces us to K9 Kane.
The first week he was out, he got an apprehension. He located an individual that ran from us on foot after a car chase.
Just 1 month into his job, Crawford County Canine Officer Kane is making his mark. The office had hoped for a canine to help address drug issues in the county.
It's a huge problem, and we're going to start working on that like we have been since we became in office.
Kane is partnered with Deputy Nate Swartz. They did 6 weeks of training to help get the canine ready for the field.
He's certified in tracking, he's certified in narcotics, heroin, cocaine, fentanyl, methamphetamines. And that's the stuff that we're focused on getting off the streets.
The deputy and Kane have bonded, being together at both work and home.
We play in the yard, I get him out, we interact a lot with each other.
Swartz's daughter has nicknamed him Waffles.
We thought that was funny, but we decided to go with Kane.
Despite the sweet nickname, Kane is here to work, something both the sheriff and his handler emphasize.
He's going to be a working dog. And he's going to be doing a lot out on the streets. Some of these dogs get a little bit more aggressive, and they want to work, and they're not there for play.
He is a deputy. He's an officer. We treat him the same. He's not just a normal dog. He's one of us.
The sheriff tells me the canine program doesn't use taxpayer funds. It's run off donations from community donors like Diamond Pet Food and Arvest Bank.
The dog, the equipment for the car, and the training. And they continue to do everything for the dog. They supply the dog food. We have our local vet take care of our dog for us, who donates stuff for us. And it's just a big relief for us because it's a large amount of money for the canine unit.
Now the department can watch as Kane grows as an officer.
He wants to work. He's constantly wanting to get out of that car and do stuff. So it'll be fun to see how he progresses throughout the years.
Reporting in Crawford County, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
The sheriff says they hope to possibly have more canine officers like Kane in the future. And an event this weekend is shining the spotlight on four-legged heroes who once served the community. Academy Animal Hospital in Joplin is hosting a fundraiser this Saturday from noon to 2 to benefit retired canine officers. Each of the retired canines served between 7 and 8 years before leaving the force. And if you're in Fort Scott and looking for a hair salon, a pawn shop, or a bite to eat, East Wall Street may have the answer. KOAM's Kenny Foreman gives us an inside look at a few revitalized small businesses.
Several small business owners along East Wall Street in Fort Scott say that business has been picking up in recent weeks. They say a main factor is the relocation of After Effects Salon. After 18 years further downtown, salon owner Shelley Bradley decided to make the move. Her clients love the new location since it's much easier to find parking.
We have our own parking lot, and that's really improved for our clients. They don't have to walk blocks away. And we just wanted to invest in our own property and our own business.
The salon's presence, as well as overall cleanup efforts taken by business owners, have also benefited neighboring business owners such as Fort Scott gun and pawn owner Sean Goins. The Fort Scott Chamber of Commerce named his store 2025 Small Business of the Year.
Anything, that gets folks out here, if they need to store something next door, the restaurant, the salon, a lot of guys will drop their significant other at the salon, come in, look at firearms. So yes, it's been very good for us.
Given its close proximity to U.S. Route 69, a revitalized East Wall Street has been successful in drawing travelers looking for a place to unwind. Having called Fort Scott home since 1970, that's something that Ed Tody's restaurant owner Kevin Allen
takes a lot of pride in.
We get a lot of passerbys, a lot of people, nowadays they Google it or what have you to figure out a unique place to eat. A lot of people don't want to eat at a fast food restaurant. They want to find that little hidden gem where they can go in and have an experience rather than just a meal.
Allen is proud of the community for not relying on assistance from the city and taking initiative to make improvements.
I'm a bit of a fighter, and if I think there's something worth fighting for, I'll stand on it. And that's what we're doing. We're standing on it. We're gonna make sure the east side still gets its fair shot.
In Fort Scott, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
And still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
If you have an air fryer and still haven't used it for anything more than cooking frozen French fries, then you're in for a treat. Today's recipe is a real game changer.
And we've still got shower and thunderstorm chances across the area as we head through the evening and into the weekend. Details when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So for some of you, you had those showers and storms this morning. They cleared out. There's a few more in our western counties, keeping temperatures down a bit. Ahead of all of that, though, we got a little more sunshine, and it's a little bit warmer, and it's setting the stage for some stronger storms a little later today. Let's take a look outside real quick, downtown Pittsburgh, where things are looking pretty good. We still have mostly cloudy skies, but not enough to stop the sunshine from getting through. And so here's what we are watching. This batch of showers and storms, more specifically, the portions of it that stretch down into northeastern Oklahoma here. So what we've got is we've got instability building northeast of Tulsa, really into our neck of the woods here into southeastern northeastern Oklahoma, parts of southeast Kansas, and into southwest Missouri, thanks to that, sunshine. And with that, these storms are expected to progressively intensify the further east they go, and they're continuing to lift to the northeast, and you can see the pretty rapid development that's taken place. Now, this is not a significant severe weather event that's getting ready to develop, but we do have some strong storms that are still going to be possible. And yes, even these could intensify a bit as they lift north and east, because again, you saw the temperature map earlier. We're getting the warming, we're getting that instability building in, and so with the latest update, they've added, at least for our eastern counties, a scattered risk, rather. I put the wrong word up there, but that's okay. A scattered risk, or level 2 out of 5 risk for damaging wind gusts for some of our eastern counties. We're talking Stockton Lake area, those points. That's where we want to watch. But you can see the other 2 risk areas, the level 1 risks, have not changed since this morning for hail and wind, because it's that line that as it continues to roll northeast will build into the unstable air that's building ahead of it, and it'll start to develop into showers, storms, and again, some of these could be strong to severe as they get underway. I think the better chances of these storms actually being able to organize and intensify is going to be right through here. So let's say the 69 corridor, and give or take 10, 15 miles to the west of it is where they're going to start to build up. They're going to start to intensify, and as they push east, they'll have that chance to be strong to severe. Will all of them be that way? Not necessarily. This isn't going to be a line of severe weather blowing through, but we could get some strong to low-grade severe storms. And here you can see by 7 where that really, as they move east of I-49, even more instability is built up. That's why that level 2 risk has been added further east for us, because these things, once they get going here, they'll develop over our area, start pushing towards Springfield, and start to intensify a bit more. So the chances for strong to severe thunderstorms will increase as this line pushes off to our east. We'll still have some isolated to widely scattered showers, thunderstorms overnight into the first part of our Friday. Still looking to be done with that by about noon, 1 o'clock, and that's at the latest. We may be done with it earlier than that. We go into Saturday. Some data is trying to suggest maybe a few isolated showers or so, and it froze on me there, but moving in the first part of Saturday. But I think, again, it's still going to be the afternoon hours that'll be better for shower and thunderstorm chances on Saturday. All right, mid-80s today, and again, we've got those thunderstorm chances. They're going to start increasing here in the next 2 or 3 hours. We'll go low 60s tonight, a few scattered storms out there, and they'll start wrapping up as we head through the first half of our Friday, wrapping up again at the latest by 1, back up to the mid-80s. Then we'll have additional shower and thunderstorm chances tomorrow. They'll wrap up then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and our temperatures still staying above normal, but thankfully not looking, at least right now, at any 90s out there, just the low to mid-80s, maybe some upper 80s toward the end of next week.
Okay.
But need to stay weather aware this evening
Yes.
with those thunderstorms as they start to build into the area.
Absolutely. Chris, thanks. We'll stick around. We're making Greek Isles roasted chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, if you love your air fryer but don't know what to use it for other than frozen food, then today you're in luck. Howard's making Greek Isles roasted chicken in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you have an air fryer, you're either in love with it or you bought it and haven't used it for cooking anything more than frozen French fries. And if you don't have one, what the heck are you waiting for? Air fryers are one of the fastest growing kitchen appliances on the market. In fact, here in the test kitchen, we use ours to make everything from freshly baked cookies to crispy chicken wings. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a Greek-inspired main dish recipe from our latest air fryer cookbook. Here we have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs that we marinated in a mixture we made by combining some olive oil, lemon juice, garlic, oregano, and a little salt and pepper. Now, we place the chicken in an air fryer and set the timer. As it cooks, the hot air swirls around the chicken, browning the outside while keeping the inside super juicy. Once it's done, we finish it with some sliced Greek olives and crumbled feta. Not only is this fast, but like with all recipes cooked in the air fryer, you can place the basket in the dishwasher, so cleanup's a breeze. The recipe for our Greek Isles roasted chicken is online now, just in time for dinner this week. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an easy air-fried way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website, of course. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Now let's take a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, again, thunderstorm chances, again, increasing as we head through the rest of the afternoon into the evening. Some of those could be strong to severe. Wrapping up tomorrow, and then more scattered storm chances as we head into the weekend. Temperatures hanging out in the 80s.
All right, a lot better than this past week.
Certainly so.
Well, coming up tonight at 5, Halloween is more than a month away, but consumers are already stocking up on candy and decorations to get ahead of tariffs and increasing shipping costs. We're going to take a look at some ways that you can save this Halloween. Plus, a new opportunity for young agriculture enthusiasts, and we break down a Lamar tax question set to be on the November ballot that, if passed, will be used to build a new city pool. You can join us for those stories and a whole lot more tonight on KOAM News at 5. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. Have a great rest of your day.